Most investors don't start out buying a short-term rental for the revenue. Yes, it's a nice thrill, but most investors come to me for the tax benefits of buying an STR. And my name's Julie. I'm a buyer's agent here in the Austin market. I own two short-term rental myself, and I help buyers like you invest in this market. And I'm going to do my best to attempt to do a video on taxes. I will say I'm no CPA. I'm definitely not a tax expert. But I do have to talk a little bit about it because a lot of the buyers that come to me are coming to me for this purpose. And there are some really great ways to offset your income with deductions when you invest in short-term rentals. So let's just dive in and I will try to talk about some of the things that are beneficial. One of the concepts that you need to understand, and I'm going to link another YouTube channel and another person that is way more qualified to talk about this in this comment. So go to that link after this video. This will be short and sweet, I promise. But they talk about the tax benefits of investing in STRs. And me being an investor myself, I realize some of these tax benefits and I work with them also, but don't necessarily recommend that you have to work with them. It's just you really need to understand what are going to be the benefits when you invest in an STR to your bottom line, your taxes. And if you're working a high-paying job, there are some benefits there could be. Okay, so very first thing to bring up is in January 25, the bill that passed brought back bonus depreciation, 100% bonus depreciation. So that is something you want to fully understand. And that means instead of spreading the depreciation deduction over many years, you can immediately deduct full cost of eligible property improvements, appliances, fixtures, all of that. Because of the heavy upfront deductions, bonus depreciation, plus you can do cost segregation if you really want to beef up your deductions, your taxable income can significantly be lower. And that's why a lot of high earners invest in short-term rentals in real estate. And that means some of the taxes you're paying, you can retain if you have a lot of depreciation. One important concept to understand with short-term rentals, and this is where we start to get deep, and again, I'm no expert, is there's things called active losses and passive losses. And that is determined by a concept called material participation. So this is a topic that you will want to bring up with your current CPA. If you don't have a CPA, you'll need a CPA. If you don't have a CPA that understands short-term rental and real estate investing, then you might want to switch CPAs and then have a discussion with them about active versus passive losses and material participation. So the IRS has 7 tests to determine if you are materially participating in your short-term rental. One, I'm not going to go through all 7. Again, I'm not an expert in this area. This is the discussion you want to have with your CPA. But the 3 that I would really spend some time talking on is the 500-hour rule. So you have to spend at least 500 hours on this activity in a year. You have to substantially participate, meaning you almost do all the work. You don't have a property manager doing the work. If you want to talk about property management, watch my other video that talks about whether you should hire a property manager or not. And then lastly, and a lot of people don't because of these tax benefits, by the way. And then lastly, you have to have 100 hours or more than anyone else rule. So any other individual, including cleaners, co-hosts, etc. If you meet this rule, then you can realize some very significant active income tax benefits. And so I would recommend that you talk to your CPA. Again, I'm going to link some videos that'll go much deeper in this topic, very deep. So you might want to sit down and spend some time with these videos and then talk to your CPA. But this is the reason people invest in STRs. And a lot of my clients do, and I work with them and they realize these benefits, including myself. So reach out to me. And if you're looking to buy in the Austin, Central Texas market, I can guide you along that process. And if I don't know the answer, like I don't know the tax code inside and out, I do know people that do, and I'll connect you with them as well. So reach out. Thanks.